Hello and welcome to another video. This one is in the series of selling comic books and selling tips for comic book collectors. This is kind of a beginner tip, but basically the scenario we're going to walk through today is knowing your price, knowing your cost, and what is your target sale price for when you're trying to list an item for sale. And this doesn't apply just to eBay. It can apply to Whatnot, Instagram, or any other platform you're selling on. So this is just a generic way of figuring out and tracking your cost for a book and what is an appropriate target price. It's not always the market price. Sometimes it is. Sometimes your pricing can be influenced by the market. But you want to make sure that you're covering your costs and you're getting a nice profit when you are selling your book. So the first thing to figure out is what kind of book do you want to sell, and determine what's selling in the market. So I have a few different tools that I use. The first one is what you see on the screen right now, which is Cover Price. And what I'll do is I'll scroll down and click into the top hot comics. And I'll do this every once in a while to figure out what is selling in the market right now, what's spiking, and what issues do I have. So right here, this is an example of what is currently trending. Looking at the top current trend right now, it's kind of a mix of older books and some newer books, but I don't have I don't have any of these. I do have Spawn 311, so you can see right here it says you own one. So I could click into that, figure out what I paid, what's the going rate, and so on. But the other thing I like to do is go into my collection. So here I go into my collection stats and I look at the top current trend. Again, this is just a drop down you can sort by. And now I can see of the books that I have, what books are trending up. Because this might be an opportunity for me to look at a book that I have. Maybe I have multiple copies. And go ahead and take a look and see what I want to sell. Looks like Kanan Last Padawan #1 is going up. First appearance of the Rebels characters in comics. Chariot #2, looking pretty good. Department of Truth #9. Not really books I want to sell quite yet. And here's one that just recently had some option news. Kaiju Score #1 from Aftershock Comics. And you can see that the raw book is now over $20. And this is one, I have one copy of it, but I think I want to go ahead and post it. Now, do I just go ahead and post it and announce that I have it for sale for $23? Not necessarily. But it looks like that is the going rate, roughly around somewhere between $20 to $25 for an average raw book sale. Now, what I will do is I will come back into my own ledger here and do a quick scan, just control find in my spreadsheet. And there it is. I purchased it from Midtown Comics back in November of 2020 for $4.50. So if I can get $20 for that book, seems to be a nice profit. I've quadrupled my money, and I might take that right now. So I'm going to walk you through the process of figuring out what else you need to do to price the book just right. It's not just about looking at eBay, but we're going to go ahead and do that anyway. Type in Kaiju Score 1 into the search, come down to the left, look at sold items, and items that have ended recently, either through auction or buy it now. And the data from Cover Price looks to be somewhat accurate. Here's a less than $20 sale, best offer accepted. Another one sold for $20. Less than 18, $20.50. So that looks to be about right. So, do you want to price it to sell right away? You'll probably have to list it somewhere around $15, maybe $16, something like that, in order to sell it. But you want to make sure that you are getting your money's worth. So back here in my ledger, I have a sale modeling spreadsheet. And I'll show you how I fill it out real quickly. So what I do is I go ahead and put the item into the modeling worksheet by coming back here and just linking directly to it. The source is important to me, so I will figure out where did I get the book from. And in a later video, I'll talk about why that's important in terms of how much money you're making from each source. I like to see the date I purchased the book because, again, I have other statistics related to just how long I've owned the book and what I'm earning over time. The cost of the book, cost to ship each book by taking the total number of books. So here in the ledger, I want to see how many books exactly were in this order. So if I take that, I've got 15. Go back to the modeling. And I take shipping, $6.99. So it cost for that one book, it cost me 47 cents to ship that one book. There are no other fees. This is where I would put in like bag and board service, things from Another World charges for that. Did I have the book graded? No, it's still raw, but if there were any kind of costs associated with getting it graded, I would put my CGC cost right here. And then so my total cost is $4.96, so a $5 book. So then what I do here is I have all of these different calculations. So my sale price that it is suggesting to me based on what I want to earn on the book as a profit, and this is less any seller fees of a platform. So if it's, I do a 15% flat calculation off of eBay. If you're doing on Whatnot, it's somewhere around 8 to 10%. So you can figure that out and make adjustments here. But my target sale price is $14.58. And what that means is if I list it right now and put it up for that amount, I am comfortable with my return. Now, I can bump that sale price up a little bit, have a little bit more margin just because it's a somewhat of a hot book in the market right now. But I do all of the fee calculation based on the platform, as I mentioned, to look to get about 150% back from my original purchase. And then if I scroll over, I also have other calculations here if I want to, let's say, take a little bit less of a profit. So in column N, you see that I'm looking to earn about $7.43 off of the book. But if I was willing to take a couple dollars less, like such as $4.95, then my sale price would be somewhere around $12.09. Moving a little bit to the right, I also put down here, and of course this is kind of giving away what I'm going to list the book for and what that minimum offer is, but I may adjust this based on just, again, market temperature. But the minimum offer to me is what is the bare minimum I would want to accept for a book if someone's making me an offer or maybe putting a minimum bid or, again, something that I'm looking to just a target price. So the minimum I want to take for this book would be $9.61. So if I can't get $9.61 for this book, I'm probably going to hold on to it and see if the price goes up. So that would be the minimum offer. So I'll plug that in on any platform such as eBay that allows for offers. And again, that final sale here, $7.43, is still giving me a profit. If I wanted to take it down and basically just kind of get rid of the book as fast as possible, that would be that minimum there. So what am I going to list this book for? So I've got my column K, my target price. That is kind of my ideal price that I want to list it for that would allow me to get a pretty decent profit even after fees. I don't calculate shipping out to the buyer because they're paying for the shipping. But if I do add free shipping into it, then I adjust accordingly. But this one, if I go back and kind of see what what are items being sold for on eBay right now, like here is a very fine being sold for 10. Again, this one best offer accepted on July 24th. I'm looking at this 1458. I'm going to just speculate that it's about $17. So I'll probably list this book somewhere around $18 or $19, maybe $18.99, something like that. And if I do that, I have, I'm even going over my ideal price. So I'm using these tools to first locate books with cover price, certainly looking at my spreadsheet to make sure that did I pay any more than cover? If I did, is it worth selling right now or it's a hold? But since I paid cover price for this, my target sale price is all figured out for me in my spreadsheet. So again, if I wanted to just take the bare minimum ideal price for me, list the book at $14.58, the book is in great shape. It's a high grade book. That would probably sell pretty quickly. And I can make tweaks as I go and kind of drop the price, but somewhere between $14.58 and $20. The cover price suggestion was about $23. So I can kind of have that nice range in there. And again, if I want the book to sell, I'm going to move it more towards that ideal sale price to move the book faster. I hope you found this interesting. I'm going to start a series of selling comic books and sharing the tips that I have and things that I use to sell books. So I appreciate you watching. Happy collecting, and see you next time.